All right, good morning. We are live for New York. How's everybody doing? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. What's going on, Shibby? How are things? How are you doing? Doing good. Friday for me. So we will see how the session goes. Good, excellent, nice. What's going on, Puck? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to Gold. Been a heck of a week. Nice to see you, Jack. Yeah, give you a W signal. That's right. Nice to see you. Good to see you from New York. Welcome in. Take your signal. That's funny. Yeah, for sure. Hey, we'll see what we get. It's a Friday, so. Hey, how's the music? I changed it up a little bit. If it's too loud or it's too overpowering, let me know. It's just gonna be playing a playlist. If it gets too much, just let me know. All I see on screen is basically some green bars. Tells me the volume, and that's about it. So I don't get to hear the music much. What's going on, Candace? Happy Friday. Good to see you. Welcome in. Gold is still moving sideways. It's been an interesting week. Took a bit of a loss last night in gold. We'll talk about that. Go through it. I haven't journaled it yet, so I'm gonna do that on stream so we can see that process. What's going on, Will? Everyone's doing good, I believe. Good to see you. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys being here for the live stream. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm already down for Friday, so if I finish red, that's fine. But I'll talk you guys through my process a little bit. I'm sure it's not much different than what you guys do, but I like the transparency. Doing it live is fine. I don't mind doing it live. Helps keep me accountable. Show you guys that I'm actually worth my salt, I guess. Let some more people come in, then we'll go through gold and NQ. NQ might be the play again today. Gold has just been rough this week, just for me personally. I don't know. Seems like everybody's kind of had a bit of a week for trading. Been trying to analyze what's going on, and I think it's because I don't know. I'm not trying to blame anybody or anything, but I think the markets are in a weird spot, and it could be because of election week. Yeah, most of your trades were NQ. Yeah. It's weird because a week or two ago I was trading gold like every day, and I didn't touch anything else. No other ticker gave me any interest at all. But this week it seems like gold is a little bit on. It feels indecisive to me. It feels confusing. It's strange. Let me just check my audio real quick. I didn't hear any music, so it should be coming through now. Could just be a quiet song. All right, we'll look at gold. Yeah, possible type 2. Yeah, so overall, we'll do a top down here for gold real quick. Where's it at for the week? Flipped green. Yesterday it was red. Or it was like a small red doji, if you remember. So now it's flipped green. So that's good. We could be over this pullback. I'm not sure. We'll see. Daily candles, daily chart for the day, it is green. Could be coming back up here. Still has moved a bit sideways. Yeah, gold wants to hang out. I'd like gold to hang out and not burn us. Bit of a possible up, but I still kind of have it trapped in this range here. But it definitely could come up. It has tried to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times already, and it was not breaking this level for some reason. About 4,050. All right, that's the 4 hour. 4 hours bearish. So we got. No, look, it's red again. It's still pretty indecisive. You know, I said this whole week has felt indecisive. That weekly candle right there tells you everything. It has not made a decision. Is it green or is it red? It's been that way all week, and it's felt that way. So there's the evidence right there. Daily, green, 4 hour, red, 1 hour, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, 30 green. Still moving sideways, 15 green. So, yeah, a bit of a potential here for a buy back up. But it is kind of still moving down. So we'll see. This one may completely engulf. It could also completely leave us, or it could just go flat. We'll see. See what it does. How's it look on the 30? Pretty good on the 30. But see what it's been doing? It's been kind of inching its way down here. So we might get something like this. So if that next one were to open, there is still a chance it could close red. But you'll catch at least, you know, ticks, 50 ticks or something on the way up. Yeah, if it's a buy, got to close strong and just a bit of a rat scalp. Yeah, I think I'm on the same page, Jack. Especially with gold this week. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We'll mark this level. I don't really want to sell gold, even though it is fairly bearish. This is a pretty strong looking green candle here. It might fill everything. We'll see. Yeah, it's kind of leaving us now, Jack. We'll see. See what it does. See what it does. Look at NQ real quick. NQ's doing something similar. That's unusual. I don't normally see the two doing a very similar move. Doesn't happen that much. I mean, I have seen it, but it's not that often. But you can see here, it did have a bit of a pullback, or pull back up, and then came back down. So it could be doing that again. We'll see. Not itching to trade. Definitely want to, you know, finish the day green. I'll show you guys my calendar, my trade calendar. This has been my week. It's terrible. Got some good trades here. Like I said earlier in the week, this is partials, as well as Asia and New York. And then no trades in the middle here. Just haven't found, this is on my funded, just haven't found enough good structure. Hey, what's going on, Nathan? Welcome in, good to see you. So I might be finishing this week red. Took this trade last night. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the psychology here is different, you know, because it's a master account. So it's like, oh, it's real money, right? But managing this loss is my job now. Looking to get a potential buy? Yeah, we're just looking at that, Nathan. We might catch a rat scalp back up. Yeah, it's been a tough week. That's okay. I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? But I've been super cautious this week. It seems like a lot of people have been having a bit of a week. It's been a tough market. Glad to be a bit in the green. Should be happy with that result too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if you look at my over here, you can't see it. Over here, my week. I mean, you just do the math. The difference between the two. Up 350 on the week. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah. So if I finish that way, great. But here's the thing: I have um, my max loss limit my personal loss limit for the day is 500. So I made sure that when I took this loss that I managed it correctly, so that way I would have the opportunity to trade again, and I'll either hit my max loss limit and be my personal loss limit and be done for the week, done for the day, or I'll go back to break even. So today my goal is that whatever trade I get, if I can get close to break even, excellent. Even if it's like $50 off or something, if it's a little bit low, that's fine. Oh, I'm not gonna try and I gotta make $15,000 today, you know? Sure, that would be nice. Who wouldn't want that? But being self-aware, still being, I would consider myself amateur when it comes to this. I don't have that much time overall in all this. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just as much as anybody else. But this is gonna save me in the long run. This is gonna be the thing that allows me to manage the weeks like this, where it's man, because I'll tell you what. In the past, I've gone on tilt on weeks like this, right? Oh, I got to get it back. I got to do everything I can to finish green. And I've really, really worked hard on that psychology to not go on tilt, especially after a loss like this, where I had that Monday that was good, but we'll see how it goes. W management, yeah. Yeah, it's important, as you know, Jack, it's important to just manage your losses and manage your psychology. Had a good week and passed the challenge. Nice, Nathan. Excellent. Did you do it on like Top Step, Bullinox, or what? It's good to see you getting challenges completed again, getting back in the door, not giving up. I love it. All right, let's have a look here at gold. NQ's seems to be dying, so I'm gonna pass on NQ for now. Ugh. Look at this doji. Oh my god. Bullinox, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I was watching London Dan's stream and he talked about leaving Bullinox, and I thought that was interesting. And he said he's just done with him. But, he's had several years trading them, so I can understand where he's at. But it makes me kind of want to know more about that. I have a Top Step as well. So might just go with Top Step. Yeah, let's see. Same, I was thinking about how in the past, weeks like this completely destroy my accounts. So thankful to God, I realized how far I've come. Yeah, excellent, Jack. Excellent. That's self-awareness. Like they say, trading's a mirror. So it really does reflect back to you. Like, what are you gonna do about it now? So sounds like you've grown a lot. That's great. I'm starting my live this week with 1500. Excellent, Nathan. Excellent. Crush it, man. Yeah, definitely crush it. That'd be awesome. Better for option 2 if you want to get a payout. Option 1 Bullinox is so hard to get a payout. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I'm not too keen on that. But I was thinking about this too. It doesn't look like we got anything on gold yet. I was thinking about this as well in regards to the payouts. Like where I'm at right now, I've got a full-time job, so trading is technically a side hustle, right? So for me, if it takes longer to get a payout, I'm not relying on that payout. I'm not like, if I don't get this payout, I don't feed my kids and my dogs and whatever, right? No. Thankfully, I've I've got my normal job, and this is my way of getting that financial freedom over a long period of time. So I was thinking about it. If Bullinox does give me hell and it's difficult to get a payout, then it won't be the end of the world. I'll just have to exercise more patience. And eventually I'll hit a point where I'm like, okay, I think I'm done. Once I've squeezed every drop out of this account, got every lemon flavored drop out of that lemon, then I can move on from the account, like Dan said he's doing, which I thought makes sense. NQ, not yet. We're gonna have to wait. We are gonna have to wait. New York Stock Exchange opens in an hour and 15 minutes. So that gives us about 4 or 5 candles for something to happen before the chaos. It's funny because I saved my screenshots of my trades, and just last night I had to create a November loses folder, November losses folder, and I was like, I guess this has been my first loss in a while. Oh, actually, I had one earlier on my top step earlier in the week. I've traded my top step more than my Bullinox, so it's been I've been a little bit more reserved with my Bullinox, being that it's eventually will be real money. Yeah, let's see. I got looking at my journal here. I think I got about two losses in a row. I'll show you guys the loss that I took. Yesterday. Got an update running in the background on another program, so it might freeze up a little bit. We might get a type 2 buy in 30 minutes. Yeah, you might be right. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little hesitant to buy because it's inching its way down. And it's the weekly's red, the daily's green, the 4 hours red, the 1 hour's green, it's like back and forth, back and forth. Oop. It's doing what we wanted it to do, but it didn't give us a proper entry. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed this before. When I'm taking trades, it's really bearish. Not buying that NQ. Yeah, when I'm taking trades, I'll go back and look at and I'll review the trade on something like this, and I'll say, why didn't I consider? Yeah, absolutely, Shibi. I'll look at that in a second. Why? I'm just using this one as an example. Why didn't I consider what it was doing for the last 4 hours? Like if I took a buy here, didn't work out there, it didn't work out there, it didn't work out there. This one right here, this is the setup that we would potentially be looking at next. It's already done that, and it's fallen apart. So this is like boy that cried wolf to me. You know, okay, maybe I'll catch 3 ticks here and then I'm out. So this next one, I just like you think there, Jack, just didn't really do much there. Let's go back to gold. 30-minute on gold. Looking good. Dan saying hard. Oh, yeah. About his payouts? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, interesting about gold here, right? If you look just at this, it looks bearish. And then you move here, and it looks sideways. And then you come out a little bit, and then it looks bullish. And you come out a little bit again, and it looks bearish. And then you come out a little bit more, and it looks bullish. It's like, what the heck? You'd be buying into trop range, so I'm not sure. Yeah, and it might not even give us an opportunity here, but this is this is definitely engulfing. We can say that. But over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles, it's been bearish. So this is tough. What I have to try and do is that I have to try and look at it. What's the potential it's going to continue down as bearish? There's also potentially this level here. So let's go up on a higher time frame. Let's try and see if we can get a pulse on it. Come on. Why? I don't know why my computer wants to do an update right now. Like now. I don't know why. It doesn't even give me an option. Look, I can't even move the chart. There we go. Yeah. Potential bounce here on this support level. Yeah, you know, and Nathan, I actually think that I've noticed that gold has ranged so much. It's, you know, been giant candles. Like, look at these candles, man. These are massive. These are like 300-400 tick candles. It's ridiculous. The 1 hour looks pretty good. The 4 hour is still bearish. Daily is bullish. See what I mean? Weekly is now weekly flipped again. These are the tough weeks, right? These are the weeks that really test you as a trader. Like, what are we looking at here? Are we bearish or bullish? And what I try to do in days and weeks like this is size down and try and get a rat scalp. Because I feel like at any moment it could fall apart. So it's a lot harder to trade in this market. That 30-minute looks good, but that 15 is ugly. This is indecision, right? Yes, there is a lot of weakening here from this run, this bearish run, but it ended indecisive. And now it's coming back down. So my immediate analysis of the market is still indecision. Even though the 30 looks good, it seems it doesn't know which way it wants to go. So be careful if you're taking a trade here. I personally want to wait. I want to get on the train because I know it's going in one direction. I don't want to get on the train and then find out we got to go back to the train station. Nobody wants that crap. And I feel like we are in an indecisive area for gold. So take that into consideration. It doesn't look good anymore. Yeah. And if it's Friday and it's not A+, no trades. Oh, so good, Jack. So good. Yeah, absolutely, Candace. You know, and that's why we trade price action, because it gives us the story. We don't need EMAs and we don't need Bollinger Bands and VWAPs. We don't need all that stuff because we can look at the candles and read the candles. What's the story? What's going on right now? And that's what we're taught. See, look over here. Here's an example of indecision that fell apart, and then, oh, it's green, and you could have maybe caught this here and rode this up, but then it went red, and the seller pressure just would have just nuked your trade. We got about 4 minutes here on this candle. My computer is acting very weird right now, and it's very frustrating. I don't know why it wants to update right now. But yeah, I'll show you guys the trade I took. Right here. Wait a minute. That's weird. Hang on. Why is my chart invisible? Here we go. This is the trade. Man, this is really glitchy this morning. Okay, here's a trade I took last night in Asia. I was watching for strength. It was moving up, created a level, moved up, created a little bit of a level. Long, a lot of pressure from buyers. Came back down, and then more pressure, not as much, but more from buyers, and then it finished. This candle, this hammer finished. So I thought, okay, we're still kind of moving up. I might be able to catch this next candle. Should maybe be a smaller green. It didn't. This is where I got in right here, and I was expecting something maybe about that big right there. Yeah, you got cooked on that, Shibby. Yeah. I was watching it and I was like, okay, I think we're I can trust that in the interim it's bullish. And of course, right? The trade I take is the one where it decides we're going back down for a while. Why is that? You always take that trade. I bet you felt that way too, Shibby, because we got past this level here, and I'm like, okay, well, we're still moving up. And in higher highs, right? Whatever. No, but this one decides, oh, we're going to pull back down for like 8 hours. Did it give you the top wick first and then down and then back green? This candle here, the one that I took, it started red. It gave me the proper retest, came down. I was like, okay, good retest of this area here. Looks good. Pushed up. I took the entry, got ticked in, and then it fell apart. Oh, you bastard. So I did everything, what I would consider everything right in this trade. Maybe the top wick on this candle should have been bigger. I don't know. It wasn't a bad trade. It was about I'd call it an A minus to A plus trade, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah. It even looked good on the 1 hour. Or the 30-minute. It was moving up on the 30-minute. Yeah. It's just been that week. No buys for gold. Yeah. Yeah, for now I feel like it's indecisive. Maybe we need some stock market volume to really kick it into gear. This is terrible price action. This is so just not good. And I was saying this earlier in the week, if you hit a point and you just feels something just doesn't feel, I don't know, it just feels indecisive or confusing or whatever, like pay attention to that. It's dookie right now. That's right, man. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Either way, we're here to hang out. Appreciate you guys being in here. Like the stream if you don't mind, and if you haven't subbed yet, Perry and I are racing to 10,000 subs. And the first person who gets to 10,000 subs has to buy the other one a package of fancy, nice cigars. So it's on. So you guys help me. I mean, it doesn't really count, I guess, if you're subbed to his channel and you're subbed to my channel at the same time, whatever, right? But maybe I can catch a couple extra. Yeah, so, but we got a little friendly competition going. Why not? He should buy it for you either way. Yeah, that's okay, Jack. I'm up against, it's David versus Goliath here, right? So I'm up against Goliath, and I think I've got a nice little bag of rocks, and I think I've got a couple of really solid ones in there that I can throw. That'll give me a bit of an advantage. He might have. He's got more time in trading, right? He's been in the mentorship longer, and he's had a lot of success so far. But I think my edge is that I've been on YouTube longer. I've been on YouTube since the end of 2017. I've been doing YouTube a lot longer, so I think that's my bag of tricks, and he knows it too. He said it last night. He's like yeah, Mr. Algorithm over here is what he called me. Coming down to Titusville. That'd be cool, Nathan. I'm actually might be going to Daytona next week. We should definitely catch up, man. We should grab a coffee. I know there's been a few times that we've been missed each other, but I definitely want to meet up and at least grab a coffee. It'd be cool. Yeah, look at this now. Who wants to buy gold? Anybody? Anybody want to buy gold? He went through a lot of failures, so don't forget that. Oh yeah, no, I don't take anything away from him, Jack. I respect him. I respect him a lot. And I know he deals with a lot of personal stuff too. You know, he's talked about that on stream, so I respect Perry a ton. And Dan and all the guys really. So, you know, I definitely don't take any of that away. I know he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. But in my career, I've been through a lot. I've had a lot of disappointments in my career. 3 out of the 5 companies I used to work for are out of business or in some kind of lawsuit. So that goes to show you that I've been through some interesting companies. Let's see. Waiting on the confirmation call. Cool, Nathan. You're gonna buy if this flips? I want to see more direction. It's the last 4 or 5 candles are still indecisive. The last 4 candles are indecision for me, so I'm waiting. There's no rainbows without a bit of rain. That's a good way to put it, Jack. Yeah, for sure. It rains on the just and the unjust. Failure is part of the process. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. How many accounts do you think Dan has failed? I mean, I think he's even mentioned it before. So, and at the end of the day, is it really a failure or is it just a lesson? If you blow an account, yeah, 300. Billions and billions in a sell if it stays. There you go, Nathan. There's your indecision. I'm going to buy if it goes up. I'm going to sell if it goes down. We're just reacting to human emotion in the market. What's going on with this? Close all running instances. I did. This update is driving me nuts. He blows them purposely after the third. Yeah, he was kind of talking about that in London. That's when you know you've made it. When you can afford or you have the ability to blow accounts by choice. This update is really making my computer laggy. Sorry guys if the stream's a little laggy. I'm gonna try and shut this update down. Stupid. Oh, we're just gonna update now. Don't even get a choice. Sylvia, welcome in. Good to see you. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Welcome. Are you in an Albert pie? Yeah. Careful, Nathan. Careful. Definitely not good here. This is pretty bad. How's the trading been going, Sylvia? We were talking about how it's been a rough week for everybody. We're just trying to get through this week. Nathan, aka Mr. News Candle. News candles can be fun, right? If you just buy an account and you're just like, if you're just like, I got this account for $13. Why not? Wow, my computer is really struggling to just do a basic task. Just basic task. Look at this. I'm trying to zoom. I'm trying to scroll and it won't scroll. I clicked on the next tab and it won't open. Trying to get out of this screen here and it's just frozen. As a wow, it's just frozen. I can't do anything. I'm stuck on this screen right here. There we go. Jeez. Looks like we might have news at potential news 10:15. this is recording. I had to record it. I think my microphone in the streaming software just crashed, so I'm going to try and keep working on that. But this is being played through my desktop, so just give me a little bit while I work on it. Hello, test, test, test. Test, you guys hear me now? I think it's working. You guys hear me? Test, test. I think it's working now. Okay, gosh, what a nightmare. I had to completely disconnect the entire thing and re-add all of the audio back into the streaming software. What a nightmare. All because of an update. Whatever. Windows. Alright. Thanks, guys, for your patience. Appreciate that. We're back. Probably lost half my audience there, but... Alright, good, good. Start up some music again. Yeah, so we were looking at buys, and then we were looking at sells, and now now it's moving up again. So this market's super indecisive today. This is pretty choppy. Might not get anything. Might have to finish this day and this week red, and that's just the way it might be. But we're at least here. We'll at least give it a shot. All right. I'm just gonna check the audio while we're waiting for something. All right. Level should be good. Okay. So looking at news, I think all we have today is what Nathan called out earlier. Prelim, which is what was coming up in about an hour. But then again, you know, U.S. government data may be impacted by the shutdown. Oh, you can hear some music now. Okay, cool. Yeah, my I don't know if my soundboard crashed or what. I don't know, but I had to restart. I basically had to restart the whole soundboard, but it looks like it's good now. Cool. So if you guys have used this before, you'll know our peak for New York time says that it's 11. Well, 11 o'clock. Right now it's coming up on 9 o'clock New York time. But after, this is the lunch hour, 12, right here. After 12, it falls pretty hard. So, it's funny because this is the entire trading day, right? London and New York are happening at the same time right now. But London has been rough for everybody. But it's still green. Like, it's still a good time to trade. And we've been catching so much good stuff in Asia. Look at Asia. Asia is in this like red-orange area. So isn't it weird how Asia's been better for us than, say, London? New York has been a little rough lately. At least this week. So I like to go by this little green chart for trading volume. So anyways, still pretty choppy here, guys. Even NQ can't make up his mind. We'll see what happens. We're about to get the hourly candle closure. We'll watch the hourly a little bit. It's closing in 2.5 minutes. And even the hourly is closing very doji. Gold rejected 3 times in a row. Engulfing breaking resistance. Yeah, it's not good right now. But that's our edge, right? That's what keeps us safe, is being able to spot and read the market. We're literally reading naked charts. Most people can't do that. Most traders have no clue how to not have some kind of indicator. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's everybody's style. But we've been given a skill set here. Now my green screen's acting up. We've been given a skill set here to trade, you know, these candles. Hey, Microsoft? Yeah, your product sucks. You're updating during my stream. Don't call me back. All right. It's a little better. What are we gonna do here? NQ and gold both looking similar. This is the hourly candle. That's a terrible hourly candle. I always like to default to the higher time frames, you know. Have you guys seen the clip that Windows is being updated during the NASA mission? Oh yeah, it's fun. Yeah, no kidding. Is that not just the epitome of Windows during a NASA mission? That is funny, Shibby. I think I might have seen that before, but it's been a long time. It is really funny. So accurate, though. Yeah, this closure is garbage. Yeah, it's been this. It feels like it's been this week. This way all week, Jack. This is where we can kind of help keep each other accountable and stuff, too. Is we're all seeing the same trash. There's something to be said for that majority mindset. Usually when this happens, yeah, I know, Jack. At least you can like go around and do stuff. I'm stuck here in front of a camera. No, I'm kidding. I like being here. Usually when this happens, when it's indecisive, I'll walk away from the charts for a couple hours, and if there's still volume, let it kind of iron itself out, come back. Think you're done for the week, Will? Had a good first week, followed your plan, every trade basically, 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 PE because of the trade management. Excellent. Yeah, that's excellent. That's the dream, to have that kind of a week. Nothing wrong with walking away. You can go into the weekend feeling very accomplished. Open up a full pork pie just for entertainment. Game over. Love for all the support, guys. Yeah, absolutely, Will. Good to have you here, and nice work. Yeah, enjoy the weekend. You feel like you won in a way during a week of indecision. Absolutely, Puck. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. It's hard to wait, right? It's easy to just click the button and go. Yep, see you, Will. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you being here. While the rest of us suckers sit here and get lulled into these candles. No, I'm kidding. If this hourly on NQ looked a little different, we could maybe participate in a sell here, but I just don't like that indecisive doji candle. It really does tell the story of the trade, so we gotta respect that. But yeah, it's still, NQ is definitely bearish, no doubt about it. Oh, look at that weekly candle. Jeez, what a massive drop. Getting fidgety, Candace. Yeah. Yeah, that's the real test. Is if you can sit in front of a chart for hours and hours and not click the button. Can you do that? Because if you can't do that, you shouldn't be sitting in front of the charts. Either walk away and come back every 15 minutes to check, or shut it down. I went through that process early in my trading. You know, I spent a lot of time evaluating and analyzing, can I sit here and watch candles for 2.5, 3 hours and not take a trade? And it's tough. But you do hit a point where it doesn't bother you anymore. You look at it like, I don't know, think about it this way. Let's use Will's example. He got 6 winning trades. We don't know exactly how much money he may have made this week, but let's say he made, I don't know, $2,000, just using that as an example. If he were to sit out the rest of the week, then all the time he put on charts is basically, mileage, right? He's already won for the week. He's already collected his paycheck. He's already put the work in, right? So if you're one of the people that this week that got lucky and got, a couple of great wins at the beginning of the week, like I did, well, your job's kind of done, I guess. You don't have to trade again. Nobody says you have to trade. Won 3 and lost 2? Yeah, for sure, Candace. So you've beat the market for the week, right? And that's the thing, when you get a win, you like right now, the only reason I'm here in front of the charts, other than to hang with you guys, that's the main reason, but the only other reason is maybe I can get a chance to break even. That's it. If I could finish this week, I'm actually gonna finish this week green if I don't take any trades, and that's okay. But I would like to try and break even from that trade from yesterday in Asia, which was, I would consider it I thought it was a pretty good trade. I think, Shibby, you said you took it too, or you got something like that. Look at this, 15 minutes, still moving completely sideways. Same with gold. If I wasn't on stream, I'd walk away for about 2 or 3 hours and come back. This is bad. This is really bad. Yeah, for sure, Shibby. But this is where our psychology is tested, right? This is really where it's at when it comes to, can we do this consistently every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year? This is where you're tested. We took a trade in Asia, Nathan. Not in New York. Not now. Yeah, exactly, Jack. If there's a good setup, we'll take it. If not, just call it a week. Yep. And my instinct so far is, not only are we moving sideways, which is fine. Sideways is fine. Sideways is good, right? Because you're building that fuel. But it's even worse now because not only are we moving sideways, almost every wick is massive on the opposite sides of the candles, right? Super indecision. Yeah. It's the indecisive market that I hate the most, because it's when you just get chopped up. You just get chopped. Like last night when I took that trade in Asia, I was like, this shouldn't have been, this shouldn't have reversed on me. Like the setup was there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what we get. I'm looking forward to maybe the market waking up a little bit. Would be nice. Shibby, I agree. See if we can get New York, maybe the stock exchange bell will really wake things up and get it moving. I just wanted to move out of the indecision. I'm okay with consolidation. It's the indecision that for me is just a death zone, because I've taken so many trades in it. when I first started out, I didn't know, right? I'd taken so many trades in indecision and chop, and I just, it took me a long time to really to experience it and say, whoa, no, not doing this. And I've won, sure, in indecision and chop, but you go back and look at it and it's like, ugh, what was I thinking? I'm gonna do a, while we're waiting, I'm gonna do a journal entry here. Sorry for the whitewash. Oh, it wants me to sign in. Okay, well, I'll do that later. I might still be able to do it. Breaking either side to take the NYSE trade. Yeah, Jack. Looks like consolidation in MGC 15 to 30. Yeah, and look, it's moving now. Big old pop there on. It's weird. It's not even the hour candle. It just all of a sudden sometimes it just wakes up. I didn't really get a good indication it was going to do that, especially with 3 minutes left on the candle. Yeah, it might leave us. And that's the thing, right? It popped here with like 3 minutes left. I'm having weird issues. This guy still got me? It's got an error from YouTube. Am I still on? I think I am. Yeah, we're good. Having a weird day. All right, cool. Yeah, error. It's like error. YouTube is not responding. Like, oh, okay. Is that what you're gonna do, Jack? Be careful. We're going into with 17 minutes till stock exchange. To me, it looks a little bearish here. We just had a massive. Be careful, Jack. We just had a massive pop, and I wouldn't be surprised if it fakes out and comes back down. Not to scare you off of the trade, but just maybe give you another perspective. Think of it like that. Could you sell right now? Or do you think it could flip? Could this pop like this and then the next candle's like see ya and go the rest of the way? Yeah. Yeah, no entry. Not even really on the 30. I mean, it might come back up here. But that candle that just popped, we've been waiting for something to happen for several hours, or even, even in that candle itself. And at the 3-minute mark, within 30 seconds, it popped 100 ticks. That's sus, if I ever seen it. Like, seems very not stable. I could be wrong, but see what this one does. "15 minutes till the stock exchange opens." What do we got going on over here? Man, my computer is just super jittery. It's really struggling right now. We also have that it's made it's made lower highs. This one here, then this one, then this one. What's to tell me that this one won't do the exact same thing and come right back down? It's done that 3 times. So I'm definitely not taking this one on gold. Even if it gives a proper retest and everything, it's looking very sus to me. You see how it's struggling to dance? It's dancing around. Hang on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. That helped my kiddo out. Yeah, we got about 11 minutes till stock exchange open. So if you are taking the trade now, I recommend being out before that opening candle, because it will be crazy. So far, I don't have anything. is my journal, if you guys are interested. Hey, what's going on, Orem? Welcome in. It's a weird artifacting going on in my beard. Here's a mistake I made earlier in the week. I didn't wait for proper retest. I took the setup and missed that detail, and there was no bottom wick on the previous candle. So I'm marking this as a rule broken. Proper setup error is how I'm marking this one. This trade right here. Come on. Man, can't do anything here. Can't really see it. It's over here. Where's that at? Let's see if I can. This is the loss that I took. One of the losses. There's no wick here. See, there's no bottom wick on this trade on the previous candle. So I marked that as a loss and a rule broken. Even though, oh, this was actually a trade that I won. That's right. I won this trade. I won this trade here. And you can see it in the corner. It's right here. So there was no bottom wick here. And I was in a rush and I took it. It gave me the proper, well, actually didn't even really get a good retest. I took it here and then I took it all the way down. So it was a win, but it was a bad win. So I journaled it. Keep myself accountable to remember that for next time. Just want to show you guys that. I need to log my losses. I'll do that later. Yeah, for sure. How's it going, Orem? How's your trading been going? How's the mentorship and stuff been going? We were just talking about Perry a little bit. How we started a little competition. First to 10,000 subs on YouTube buys whoever wins gets a package of nice cigars from the loser. Yeah, exactly, Jack. On my rules, I have is there clean, clear market structure, and is it clean, price action to the left, trend breakout or reversal, and if it is, it must retest, and that the trade should be at support and resistance. If I don't get that confirmation, it's a no trade. So that's the rule that I broke. And it's easy to break those rules, you know, you just get mesmerized by the candles and you just jump in and you miss it. If I go back to that, I don't know if I can show. Well, I actually have in my journal, I actually have a how many rules did I break? And I have it different colors. 0 would be green, 1 would be yellow, and then 2 plus I think is red. And if I break more than 3 rules, I'm done for the whole day. If I take a trade, win or lose, and I broke more than 3 rules, I have to lock out for 24 hours. That's my punishment. So I haven't done that in a long time. So that's why it just really keeps my accountability to lock myself out. And it's funny because nobody's forcing me to do that. But I know that if I do it and I force myself to do it, that over the long period of time, the future me is going to be very grateful that I was that hard on myself in the beginning. Five minutes till candle craziness. If anybody's in the stream and you haven't said hi, feel free to say hi. Even if you're a quiet person, at least, say hi. Appreciate you being here. We're here to hang out. If you get any questions that I might be able to answer, or want to talk about anything related, feel free to jump in the chat. Do you feel like you're on a teeter-totter, Jack? Or like a carnival ride? We're going up, now we're going down. We're going up, now we're going down. Even sells looks ugly below this level. Yeah, it's price action for sure. See all this chop right here? It's not really that clean until about right here. And then it's clean for probably a couple hundred ticks. Let's see. Below this level. Oh, only about 100 ticks. Yeah. Are you in this trade already? Are you still... Did you take this one? Are you holding it? Talk about a indecisive candle. No, good. Yeah, that's what I was saying though. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it does exactly what it did right here, where it rocketed up for a little bit and then it rockets back down. And it's, for whatever reason, in the first like 13 to 14 minutes of each candle, it's like, what are you doing? And then now when there's only a few minutes left, is it making a decision? Closing it down, Nathan? Yeah, it's a good idea. I should do the same thing. I should. Just plan on my next trade. If it doesn't do exactly what I plan out, then no trade. I 100% agree, Jack. Yeah, it is Friday. So today's a day, if you're going to lose, today's the day to do it. I haven't really had a good week for trading. See you guys Sunday. Sounds good, Nathan. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, if you make it to Titusville, send me a message. See if we can meet up, or even in St. Lucie or whatever. Grab a coffee or something. Yeah, get ready. You guys should hear the bell. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm sorry if it is. So maybe turn your volume down a little bit, because the bell, the New York Stock Exchange bell, is going to go off here in a minute. So I apologize if it blasts you. So just be ready. It's gonna come through my computer speaker, so there it goes. And we are off to the races. You know how many people are like, oh yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right now in New York. Have you ever watched videos of the stock exchange going off? It's insane. Everybody's like, ding, 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 okay, and then they just go crazy. Yeah. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, I didn't hear anything. Okay. All right. Lovely windows. Lovely windows on the PC. Talk about, yeah. Oh, about to board. Oh, that's cool. That's really sick. Well, appreciate you bringing me along. I didn't have to pay for a ticket. Nice. Well, we'll see what we get. If the next like 2 candles just close doji, I think we'll need to wait off stream for a while. We get some movement and some. Let's see what the next 2 candles give us. If we can get some price structure or not. If it's just going to continue this indecision crap, then we all should not be sitting in front of the charts. Because then you just get antsy and you want to trade, and that's when you get yourself into trouble. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's give it 2 candles. 30 minutes. Let's see what happens in the next 30 minutes. What's going on, Pez? He is here. Man of the hour. How you doing, man? Welcome to New York. Just opened. New York Stock Exchange just opened. And it has been crap. All day. We've been sitting here watching indecision left and right. Oh, you're out for lunch. Cool, man. Excellent. Yeah, Orem's here too. We're just talking about you. No, I'm kidding. Y'all follow my man Pez. If you're here and you're not familiar, he trades Asia every day. So he's got a good fire Asia stream. So chuck him a follow, chuck him a sub. But make sure you also chuck me a sub so he doesn't pass my 10,000 mark before me. So we can do that. But yeah, you got a good stream, Pez, on Asia. It's good stuff. You had a lot of people in last night. I think you had about 75 people watching. At one point, I was looking, it was like 79. It's like, man. Oh, you guys are out at lunch together? Excellent. Excellent. Appreciate you guys watching. Yeah. You guys are in the stream, so I appreciate that very much. Glad I could hang out. Order something for me. Order, I don't know, cheesecake or something. Sounds good, Shibby. Yeah, you bet. We'll be here for a little bit longer. See what the market gives us. Not a bad idea to walk away for a little bit. It's been really choppy. Oh yeah, excellent, Pez. I'll take a, let's see. I'll take a double cheeseburger and hold the fries. And don't forget the pickles. Is that where you are? You're probably at McDonald's, right? Pez and his McDonald's. Well, I'm eating a banana, Pez, if that's any consolation. My brother-in-law, I think I told you, my brother-in-law is Canadian, and we went to Myrtle Beach, and him and his wife, they both live in Canada. They live outside of London, and my mother-in-law brings out like Aunt Jemima syrup for pancakes, and the look on his face was classic. And he said it in French, and I can't say it, but basically it's he called it telephone pole syrup. I'm sure you know what that is in Canada. He was appalled by the syrup that she brought to the table because it was fake garbage. Yeah, they call it, they say it in French, telephone pole syrup instead of actual maple. I've had real good maple from Canada. They always bring down like maple cookies or something, and they never disappoint. Yeah, looking at NQ, we're still very bearish on NQ. Like I said, today has been either bearish or indecisive is what I've seen. And it doesn't look like it's changed much. But this, and I'm okay with bearish. It's just the indecision is the worst. Looks like on all time frames, NQ is red. Yep, every time frame, NQ is red. So I would not even consider buys on NQ. And I think NQ is getting into this level now that I was looking at earlier. Oops, right there, hold that. I really want, if I'm gonna participate in sells, it would be maybe in this area here. It's about 100 ticks down here, but we might get through this area now because it is melting. And we did not get any clear, you could have maybe considered this rejection, but no top wick on this candle on this 15 minutes, so we didn't get an entry. And then it's maybe a potential bounce down here. Hard to say. It's pretty ugly moving down. Below this level, you've got a level here, right? And then you got a bunch of choppy garbage, and then you have this level here. This is on NQ, or on gold, sorry. And then here's some good range down here. Your sell stop was ready? Yeah. Well, and look at it this way, Jack. You didn't lose because there was no proper entry. So you didn't lose. It's actually a win because you waited for the setup and the setup didn't show up. Plus it's the first candle in New York Stock Exchange which can do anything. I've seen it go up, I've seen it do this, and then this candle will shrink all the way back down. This giant bottom wick. I've seen it so many times. NQ melting as well. Let's see, to the left is about at that level right now. You can see the red dots. It's at that level. So there is some range here, but we would really need to see some proper structure for a possible type 1. And then below that level there, little choppy, and down there. So yeah, let's look at the daily. That daily is about as red as you can get on NQ. Let's see how daily looks on gold. Yep. Weekly is flipping green, but it's still, like we were saying earlier, right? It's felt so indecisive this week, and there's your evidence right there. Look at that. Tell me that the market has made its mind up this week, and that all the confusion that we've been feeling, and you know, it's been a rough week for everybody. There's your answer. Whereas before, look at all these green candles. We were buying gold like crazy. Ugh. And then we were selling gold. And now we just kind of, what are we going to do now? We're like stuck in this stupid indecision. And like I said, I don't mind sideways consolidation, but I hate indecision. I hate this doji crap. So the 4 hour on gold is red. The 1 hour is red. The 30-minute is red. The 15-minute is red. But we did just open up stock exchange, so that could very easily change very quickly. Yeah, it's looking rough, guys. And we have this potential news candle in 20 minutes. No, wait. Is that right? Flashbang, sorry. That is the wrong day. Yeah. Prelim in 20 minutes. Could be gearing up for that. All is good, Brian. All is good. charts are frozen. There we go. Jeez. The heck. We may be moving into where it's just one color for the next 3 hours, which is like, it gives us nothing. We got nothing with the indecision, and we might get nothing with the volume. But I would say I'm looking at sells only. Potential opportunity for buys on gold, maybe. Like we were saying earlier with it, it has been slowly coming down. And we were looking at this one earlier. Jack, you remember this one? And I said I wouldn't be surprised if it comes all the way back down. And that's exactly what it did. Not saying I'm a wizard or anything. All I'm saying is that I read the market and it already told me what it might do 3 times. Here, here, and here. So why would this one be any different? The chances of this one being any different than these last 3, I felt were pretty low. And that's where our edge comes in, right? Because we can read this market, we can read these candles. That's what we're taught. We don't need any indicators. Price action only. Red and green candles. Support and resistance. That's our edge. To be able to read these candles as they print, tell a story, and really give us the edge. You know, we have the ability to do this. It's an amazing skill that we've been given. It's interesting, on MGC there's a small top wick, but on GC there's no top wick. Yeah, and I bet I never look at Forex, but I bet it even looks different on Forex too. So, you know, use that to your advantage. Add that to your toolbox of being able to read market structure, price action. Doesn't mean it'll always be that way, but we're playing a game of probabilities in everything we do here. So I'm only looking at sells on both markets. If we could get some, let's see, do we have a level over here? Yeah, this level here had a rejection here and had a rejection just now here. So there's a chance that gold does. You've ever heard of the head and shoulders, right? Not saying that this is definitely not what we're taught in the mentorship, but it's a possibility. But because of this rejection, that we get something like this, and then comes back down. And this structure here is called head and shoulders. So it might come up a little bit before it comes back down, but I'm still bearish on gold, and I'm definitely bearish on NQ for sure. But it's easy to get in that analysis paralysis, right? If NQ could, whoa, I don't want that tool anymore. If NQ could create a little bit of green right now in the next 10 minutes, let's see if we have a potential for a sell. Let's see what's on the left. I'd be interested in that. We got some range here. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough that if NQ creates a green right now, there has been a couple of rejections. Here's a rejection, here's a rejection, but there's a level here for sure. So I'm actually going to move this down here. So if we could get we might have a potential for a type 1 sell on NQ, but it's got to respect this level here. But we need a little bit of, this candle would need to close green. It might close green, and it would be above that level. But there's a good chance it's just going to print red for the next 2 hours. or doji indecisive. If this candle finishes red, I don't know. I don't see anything for a while. We'll see. Very indecisive. Back and forth. This candle's flipped red to green to red to green so many times already. Pick a direction. This is the candle we're watching on NQ. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Look at gold over here, can't make up his mind either. Oh, this has been the week. You look at the weekly candle and it looks just like this on gold. This little crappy red and green doji right here. This is the weekly. Here's the 15-minute candle right here. And it doesn't look much better than the weekly. So on all time frames, it doesn't know what it wants to do. That's pretty choppy. The weekly and the 15-minute candle look very similar. Look at that. If this closed green like this, that would be a little sus, because you have... would really be no good if it closed like this. This is where we're kind of at because of this long bottom wick. Ideally, we would want a candle that looks like that. Something similar to this green candle. Where we're at right now would give us a good indication of a continuation down. Maybe even this one here is a little better because it's got a little bit of a wick. As for a type 2, you'd be yes, that's right, Jack. A good time to enter the weekend. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna see the next couple minutes what we get, and might have to wait. This for type 2, not so much. You're out, Jack. Yeah, they appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Good to have conversation with you. Not a bad idea to close out the week and call it a day. If you can walk away with greenery on the calendar on a Friday, you'll be all right. Especially after the week we've had. Gold's really showing some strength here. But it's already moved 100 ticks. NQ is no longer presenting a type 1 setup for us. And as for type 2, you'd be taking a trade against the trend. And the trend has been very bearish. Doesn't mean you can't get a rat scalp. You probably could, but it's not great. Definitely not great to go against a trend. Gold, on the other hand, here definitely got some buyer strength showing up, but it has been moving down for about 6 hours. But like I said, you know, if you want to call it head and shoulders, this would be coming back up before it turns back around. So if you were to take a type 2 here, it probably wouldn't be too horribly bad. Oh, that closure is trash. Oh, that's garbage. Wow, I was like, oh, maybe it'll engulf this candle. No, it didn't even come close. That is the worst closure. Would you just look at that? This on gold just said, hell no. Yeah, we need to stay out of this market. This market is bad. Yeah. All right. I think that's enough for me. I'm ready to get off the charts. So I appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you very much for being here. Go into the weekend good. And if you do take anything today, be super cautious. Maybe wait a few hours. Let price structure form, and then maybe you'll get your setup. So appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on Monday for the next New York stream. I won't be able to stream on Tuesday. I got an appointment, but we'll stream on Monday. So Thanks, Candace. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, we're gonna call it there. So, yep, have a good one, Puck. Appreciate you, Sylvia, very much. Appreciate you as well. Love seeing you guys in here, guys and gals. Very awesome group that we have. So, have a great weekend, and hopefully you can finish the week green or at zero. So, all right, thank you, everybody.